Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Evan, but you can just call me Eddie. If you haven't visited my channel before, let me give you a brief rundown on what I do. I'm a third generation mechanic and a blue collar millennial. I work on cars, houses, and pretty much anything. For my 9-to-5 job, I'm working on cars and figuring out problems for people. Before I clock in and after I clock out, I'm working on my own projects and making videos for you. Now, usually I do car project videos where I'm redoing a car or repairing a car and making a project video about it, but today's going to be a little different. Today, we're going to show you a little insight on the future of automobiles by road testing a Tesla and figuring out if we could see how it works and how to drive it. Now, my dad will be accompanying me on this trip today, and we are renting this Tesla for a whole weekend to go on a long trip, and there will be a later video going over how the long trip goes. But in this video, we're just going to be seeing if we could figure out how to drive the vehicle and all the cool features that it has, and then we might even be seeing if we could figure out how to charge it and make sure we can make a long trip with it. All right, we are about 15 minutes out from getting the Tesla. Early on a Friday. We just passed the charging station, so I think we should be good if it's low on charge. Now we're going to get the Tesla, and when we get there, the guy that's renting it, we rented this on the app called Turo, which I highly recommend if you're looking for a car outside of the area, or outside of the area you live in. The guy we're renting this from, it's a personal car of his, and he just left it in a Food Lion parking lot. He's giving me remote access to the vehicle, so we can log in the vehicle whatever way, I'm not sure how that works, and see if we can get in. And he's not going to be there. I've never driven a Tesla, he's never driven a Tesla, and we're two combustion car mechanics. I think we could figure out how to get it to get and drive and move, but we're going to see if we can. He offered to come help us, so I think if we need it, we can probably message him and call him and see if we need help. But, you know, see if we can figure it out on our own. Like, you know, we just found a Tesla in the middle of a parking lot, and we're gonna see if we can get it running. All right, we are at the Food Lion. It's over there, and we just gotta turn here, hopefully. Can't blame them. All right, so I'm gonna have to get off my phone here once we get to the Tesla. It's over there, behind that gold van. Once we get to the Tesla, there it is. There she is. All right, we're gonna see if we can figure out how to get into this thing. And we're gonna make sure it's the right one. I do have the license plate number to make sure it's right. Now we're gonna log into Tesla here, and you have been invited as an additional driver. We're gonna accept invitation, and didn't do anything. We're gonna try it again. Oh, we gotta download the Tesla app. I should have done this last night. Good thing we got service out here. That would suck if we didn't have service. All right, so we're gonna do the Tesla app. To get the full experience here, we're gonna be like a Tesla owner today. I mean, we're gonna have the Tesla app. It's gonna register us as the owner, and we're gonna be driving the car like it's ours. All right, I wonder if we can. All right, we got it. Vehicle added. All right, now we're in. All right, look, vehicle added, success. Now we got the phone key that's set up. Okay, now let's see if we can. Can we unlock the car now? There we go. We unlocked it with the phone. All right, now let's see if we can get this door to open. Oh, there we go. All right. We're in here. Okay. Come on over. So here's the key. We're going to set my phone up right there. Wow, okay. All right, now let's turn this music. Let's turn that music down. Now we got to figure out how to get this thing in. Oh, okay, so there's this park reverse neutral here. Here, let me see this camera. So here we got the park reverse neutral. I guess park is the switch there. And I guess that's cruise control down there with that little odometer. And then we got a plethora of options to go through here. Colorizer. Look at the cameras we got. All right, now I want to see Let's go charging here. No, we have 62 miles of 262 miles of range at 100% charge limit with 262 miles. That might change up our chip a little bit. What do you think?
Yep.
Because it said it advertised 300 miles on the Toro app. Yeah.
Nail on it, or if you're just kind of cruising along.
Yeah, it
had to charge when you coast too.
Yeah, it should charge while you're coasting. Yeah.
Like an electric bike does.
Yeah. Now you see, there's only this. There's no dash up here. There's only this screen right here. So. Oh, you can feel that. This thing is interesting. What are your thoughts so far? Look at the roof in this thing. I didn't even look at that. What are your thoughts so far?
I think I'm getting too old for this stuff.
All right, now let's see if we can. Oh, all right. That's all we got to do to get it in drive. Now we're in drive now, so it doesn't take off like a normal automatic. So my foot's off the brake right now. So it's not taking off like normal. Now we're gonna here, you can hold the camera while I drive. I mean, it's you know, it's wow, that's really stops. Like there's not much coast to it. I mean, like if you let off the pedal, I'm not pressing the brake here. That's no brake.
Well, feels like a really fancy golf cart.
Yeah, I mean, basically. Like, no brake pedal.
Well, it needs a greenway and a set of orange.
Now, I'm not sure if that's the exact, you know, the way it's supposed to do. But that thing, it just stops. I mean, it's almost like, I mean, I guess that would be the regenerative braking doing that. We're going to go around one more time. I mean, it gets up and goes.
Has it got good pickup?
Yeah, it's definitely got good pickup. I mean, I'm barely tapping the gas. I mean, it's almost like, you know, I'm still barely tapping the gas. It's going for sure. We're gonna go around one more time. It's kind of weird. It's like driving a hybrid in a parking lot. And you know, when you drive a hybrid and in a parking lot, you get up and go, and then you feel the combustion motor kick in, but it's not doing that. It's just woo. So it's kind of weird. You want to drive it around the parking lot?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I like the camera system here. The camera system is elite here. I mean, the parking here, this makes backing into a parking space very easy. I mean, look at that. You can get really close there. And then to put it in park, you just press that button.
Kind of like a BMW.
Now, the real trick is how do you turn it off?
We ain't gonna worry about that.
All right, now we're gonna let the older generation see what he thinks. And this is just the first initial, like, you know, this isn't even, we're not even on the trip. We haven't even left the parking lot yet. I mean, we could have done this whole video. We could have just rented it for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And did the whole video. I mean, we've been here for less than 10 minutes. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so to take it out of park, I'm pushing this button here.
Yeah, push that button and then move it down, I think.
Okay, that's neutral.
Yeah.
That's, it says 0 miles per hour.
No, you're still in drive. You're still in neutral here. Put your foot on the brake.
I did.
Why is it not going in? Oh, you use your foot on the gas too?
Wait, my sister.
No, you're in neutral for sure.
Shift into.
There you go.
Okay,
You had to push it down a little further. All right, now you're okay to go.
It's got good acceleration. and it brakes by itself. It's almost like it holds back when you let off.
Yeah.
It's almost like a bind up kind of sensation.
Just kind of stops.
Feels like it would wear the brake pads out pretty quick.
I don't know if it's the motor doing that though, or if it's the, because it might be, I don't know if it's the brake pads necessarily coming on automatically. Look at this right here. You can see the people on the screen walking. It's also got trash cans over there.
Yeah, sure does. And cars.
Yeah, it shows you the cars. Those cars are way over there. It's showing us. It's telling us which way to go here, like it's picking up the arrows on the street. It's showing those as cones. That let off the gas is a little tricky
When
to
you
get.
turn your turn signals on, you get a camera.
Yeah. Blind spot camera, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks behind you.
Around one more time.
We had a car behind us.
Yeah, we have a car behind you. I guess that was a blind spot camera.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't see where I mean, maybe we go back here. Oh, there's navigation. No, there's miles per hour up there. I was about to say, I didn't see miles per hour. Now let's.
Reverse. There's our backup cameras. This is like landing an airplane. It's got good cameras, and it does show on the indicator park, reverse, neutral,
Yeah.
and then something else after that.
I think that's cruise control.
Cruise control.
Yeah.
And to get in the park, we just
Press the button. Kind of like a Mercedes.
Look at the P indicator right there. We still haven't figured out how to shut it off yet, but we know how to start it up and drive it. And get it out, you push the button.
All right, so I figured it out here. And it took me a little bit, but I probably would have learned this if I'd let the guy explain it to me. But anyway, I figured it out, so it doesn't even matter. So there's 3 settings here. This says maximizes range by extending regenerative. So that used regenerative braking right there at the hold, and that's basically what's stopping the vehicle as soon as you let off the accelerator. When you go to roll, it'll just roll when the pedals are released. And then you can even take it a step forward to go to creep, and it's kind of like a real car when you go to creep. I got it in creep now, and as soon as you let off the brake here, well, it's still, oh no, it's got the brake hold. Then I take it off, and now it'll creep forward. And you gotta press the brake pretty good to stop it too. And then, so it's kind of like a real car then. Well, not a real car. It's kind of like a regular combustion car then. And now it'll back up without pressing the accelerator. And roll, it's still going to hold the brake until you press the gas. And then you press the gas, it's not really going to go anywhere, but if you press a little bit, it's not really going to stop it either. That's roll right there. And we actually have a 110 amp adapter charger, and I don't know if he's got like an adapter for a different charging port, maybe the one that's not the Tesla compatible, so we can use a different charging port if we need to. Well, we got it plugged in over here. Right there it's plugged in. And we got it coming all the way over here. I didn't use up very much of it. We got about, I would say, about 90% charge level here. We're at about 93%. And, but it's showing me what I'm charging here. It's showing me I have added 0 miles. I got 4 miles an hour charging, so we're gonna get 4 miles per hour. At that charging rate, we are not going to make it very far. But we have to go to Richmond, and we are going to DC for a football game. So in our next video, we're going to be making that trip in this Tesla and see how it goes for a long range distance. Now, after my first day of driving a Tesla and actually being inside of a vehicle, I could say I do like several things about it, and there's a couple things I do not like. First things I do like about the vehicle is it's extremely easy to use. It's even easy to figure out how to charge, and it's easy to access everything that you need to via the main screen. And I said before in a different video, the thing I like most about this Tesla is the thing that I care usually the least about when I'm driving a vehicle, which is the radio and the dash, which in my defense is usually the most boring part of a car. But in this car, it's probably the most exciting because you can access all the information via this huge iPad that's in the front of the vehicle. The next thing I like about this vehicle is the acceleration. You have no problem getting out in front of somebody when you're pulling out or passing somebody for a lane change. The acceleration is very nice and smooth. Now, the things I don't like from a first impression is the hold feature and the regenerative braking where you can't really coast. Now, you are able to turn that feature off and drive it kind of like a normal traditional combustion car, but it does burn up more battery, which brings me to the second thing that I do not like, which is the battery technology right now. It takes too long to charge, and we're going to see how a supercharger works in the next video, but for right now, 4 miles an hour is not going to cut it for going out of town. Now, driving around all day in town, you should be fine. And you go home, you park it, you let it charge up 12 hours, and you'll have plenty of range to drive the car the next day and do all your errands. But as far as going out of town, we're going to see how that goes in our next video. In the meantime, you can go check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and I try to post daily content there for you to watch. Plus, we'll be coming to Patreon soon. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you do not miss any more videos. Thank you for watching, and whatever you're doing, make sure you stay busy, make sure you stay working, and most importantly, make sure you stay dirty. You can just call me Eddie.